Why is homemade pickled daikon never as good as the restaurant version? The truth is, the mistake starts right from the water removal step. Whether you use salt or sugar to draw out moisture, it's easy to make the daikon dry, fibrous, and overly harsh in flavor. In this video, I'll share with you a new method that guarantees success. Just by upgrading the dehydration step, you can easily recreate restaurant-quality pickled daikon at home. It turns out crisp, tender, and flavorful. Here, I prepared 1.5 kilograms of white daikon. First, cut off both ends of the daikon. Then, wet the radish under running water. Sprinkle a bit of table salt on the skin. Gently rub along the skin with your hand. The tiny salt grains create friction that helps remove dirt and impurities on the surface. After scrubbing, rinse again under running water to wash off any remaining impurities and salt. Now, let it drain completely to prevent bacteria from growing during pickling. If you're in a hurry, you can pat it dry with a paper towel. Place the daikon on a cutting board. Cut it into pieces about 3 to 5 centimeters long. Then slice them into pieces about 1 centimeter thick. Note: do not peel the daikon. Pickling with the skin helps retain moisture inside, making the daikon crunchier, chewier, and more flavorful. Then cut into evenly sized sticks. Now put the cut daikon into a large, clean, dry bowl. Next, prepare 200 grams of fresh carrots. Cut them into sticks the same size as the daikon. This combination is not only for looks. Carrots have a natural color. After pickling, the mix of orange and white looks very appealing and stimulates the appetite. Additionally, carrots are sweeter than daikon. Combining the carrot's sweetness with the daikon's mild natural sweetness creates a more balanced flavor, adding layers of natural vegetable fragrance. Put the carrots in a bowl with the radish. Now add salt and sugar in a 1-to-1 ratio. With this amount of daikon and carrot, I add 2 tablespoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar to season them. Many people pickle daikon using only sugar or only salt, but neither method is perfect. If you use only sugar, the daikon releases water slowly and tends to feel slimy. The pickled daikon becomes overly sweet, cloying, and lacks freshness. If you use only salt, the water is drawn out strongly, but because the daikon is cut into small pieces, it easily becomes bitter or too salty, overshadowing its natural sweetness. Mix the daikon well with the salt and sugar. The 1-to-1 ratio of salt and sugar perfectly complements each other and brings multiple benefits. It quickly pulls out excess water from the daikon, keeping the texture crisp and tender. At the same time, it balances the flavors and enhances the natural sweetness of the daikon. The result is pickled daikon that is crisp and tender, with a balanced salty-sweet taste. Refreshing, not too sweet. And the seasoning penetrates every piece. Let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes to release moisture. Meanwhile, prepare the aromatics. Take a handful of garlic, slice it thinly. Garlic helps balance the sweetness of the daikon, adds aroma and depth of flavor, and keeps the dish from becoming boring. Place the garlic on a small plate. Next, slice a few pieces of ginger. Ginger enhances fragrance and balances the cooling nature of daikon. When eaten, it gives a warm and pleasant feeling. Add the ginger to the plate with the garlic. Finally, prepare a few spicy chilies. Slice them into thin rounds. If you like spicy food, add more. If you don't eat spicy, reduce the amount or skip it entirely. Chili adds a pleasant kick, enhances the flavor, and helps open up the appetite. Add the chili to the plate with the garlic and ginger. The next important step is preparing the pickling liquid for the radish. Use 7-Up instead of plain water, and the flavor doubles. The sugar in 7-Up adds a gentle sweetness, and the carbonation helps keep the radish extra crunchy. Pour the 7-Up into a large bowl. Then add the prepared garlic, chili, and ginger. Finally, add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. You can adjust the amount to your taste to increase the sourness. Stir well, and the restaurant-style secret pickling brine is ready. This method is extremely easy, impossible to fail, yet the flavor is wonderfully rich. Mildly sour, pleasantly sweet, not harsh, aromatic, quick to penetrate, and gives a perfectly crisp texture. At this point, the radish, after releasing water, will become slightly softer and look more translucent than when freshly cut. This is the sign that the water has been drawn out and it's ready to lock in the crunch. Use your hands to squeeze each handful of radish, pressing firmly to remove the excess water inside. No need to rinse again. Squeezing thoroughly removes extra sugar and helps maintain crunchiness. Prepare a clean glass or ceramic jar. The key requirement is absolutely no water, no oil, no odor. This prevents spoilage and keeps the flavor pure. Place the radish inside the jar, packing it as tightly as possible, but without crushing it. Then, pour in all of the prepared pickling brine, along with all the aromatics. Use a clean, dry pair of chopsticks to press the radish gently down so every piece is fully submerged. If any part is not submerged, it can oxidize, change color, and absorb flavor poorly. Seal the jar tightly. All the steps are now complete. In cold weather, there's no need to refrigerate. Just leave it at room temperature overnight, and it's ready to eat. Radish pickled this way is crunchy, tender, chewy, not fibrous, not mushy. When you bite into it, it snaps with a crisp crack. The flavor is outstanding, sour, sweet, salty, and aromatic, from all the ingredients blended perfectly, incredibly appetizing. It goes well with soup, grilled meat, noodles, or even on its own. You just can't stop eating. If you want restaurant-quality pickled radish that's crunchy, tender, and evenly seasoned with zero failure, remember these 3 key points. Use salt and sugar in a 1-to-1 ratio to draw out moisture. After drawing out moisture, squeeze the radish completely dry. When adding the pickling brine, make sure the radish is fully submerged. Just follow these and you'll keep the crunch, let the flavors penetrate fast, and perfectly recreate restaurant-style pickled radish. Give it a try at home and unlock this amazingly addictive sweet and sour radish. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.